Hi, Stuart here with another Therapist Reacts, and today I am doing another NF track called Intro 2. If you don't know me, then hello and welcome. I'm a practicing psychotherapist from the UK and I specialise in working with people who have experienced trauma. And as you have probably worked out, if you have been following me for a while on my channel, I am taking the NF journey. And what that means is I am running through the tracks in order as published in a Reddit group that I found. And I'm enjoying it so far. I appreciate that people keep leaving me specific videos to watch regarding NF, and I am going to get there. So please be patient. So I understand that Intro 2 is the intro track to the album. So let's see where this one leads us. Intro 2.
I'm back, did anyone miss me? They said the second record can be tricky. Well, that's kind of funny.
The caution tape again.
Fans, they know what it is and they with me. Yeah, I ain't the type that's gonna ride with the semi. I came from a town with 3 lights in no city. Out there doing shows for nothing but pennies. When I leave the stage, they never forget me. Mention was a glimpse of my life. I'll let you see what it's like to be in my head. People ask me what I think I'd be doing if it was in music. I'd rather be dead. You heard what I said? That was like me at a 3. You don't want to see me at 10, or maybe you do. I promise if that is the case, and that is what you're gonna get. If you're looking for music with watered down lyrics, I promise that you need to go somewhere else. And if you want somebody to tell you everything that you want to hear, I won't be any help. This flow's familiar, I think I heard it before. Yeah, I made it myself. I left the door open to come in my mansion, but I never said it's a beautiful house. Some of y'all sat on the porch.
If this is nated a 3, I would love to know what a 10 would actually be like. And I'm not going to go through this line by line, unless that's something you want me to consider doing in the future. You know, actually go through each of the lines line by line and say what it means to me. But I like doing it this way. But I like this somewhat more aggressive Nate, you know, these big build-ups, these epic soundscapes going on. And the overall message so far seems to be, I'm back. Remember, I came from nothing. I'm still here. I'm still achieving. I gave you my album Mansion, where I let you in just a little bit. You know, I gave you a glimpse of where I have come from and what I have been through. So we know where he's coming from, both geographically, and that sounds like a relatively small town, but also psychologically. So he's coming from a place of trauma and abuse. And music obviously helped him through that. You know, he says, people ask me if I wasn't doing music, then what would I be doing? And he says he'd be dead, or he'd rather be dead. You know, that is the impact that music has had on him. And I'm wondering if that's both music that he's listened to that has impacted his life, but has inspired him with messages he's heard before, inspired him to create his own music, and then focusing on something meaningful that he loves has given him a purpose, in life and helped him through his trauma. And it's great to hear.
I won't be any help. This flow's familiar, I think I heard it before. Yeah, I made it myself. I left the door open to come in my mansion, but I never said it's a beautiful house. Some of y'all sat on the porch, looked at my windows and stared at my door. They asked me if I'm gonna kill it, this record. I love in their face and I ask him, do you see the blood on the floor? He said it again, and if it's crazy, he's bad for the kids. He never talks about nothing but him. My friends say he's kind of a diva. Well, you need to get some new friends. I'm as shit as he gets. Till I get on the stage and flip on the switch, and I go to a place where nobody is. If you bring on my name in a song, there's something that you will regret. When the line you hear, I remember the shows when no one was there. I remember the shows when nobody cared. Some people in front of me laughing like he isn't going nowhere. It's funny now, isn't it? This type of life isn't how I envisioned it. This type of life, it just ain't how I pictured it.
Let's just touch on that build-up. Man, it sounds so epic. And I heard he's at it again. He's bad for the kids. He never talks about anything but him. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with sharing that you can get through difficult times and you can move forward with life? What's wrong with sharing vulnerability, opening yourself up to others, and using music as a way to process what's happened to you and then sharing that? What's wrong with sharing hard work and dedication? He's talking about early shows with 10 people in the crowd, but he kept going. I would rather my kids listen to this than a lot of other music that's out there. You know, I work with adolescents and teenagers a lot. And when I take them places in my car and they see that I have a cable that connects into my car radio that they can put their phone into, they love putting this drill music on. And some of the stuff in those lyrics, woof, it's not good. And the messages aren't great in them, although admittedly, that might be a bit of an assumption because I haven't sat down and actually listened to the words. But what I have heard doesn't sound particularly appropriate. Let me know what you think about drill music in the comments. Maybe it's something I should look into a bit more because, like all music, there probably is a message there. And the music is popular, and there must be a reason for that. There must be a connection that those people are making with that style of music. So just being aware, now I think about this a bit more, reflect a bit more of my own biases there. So let me know what you think.
The shows when no one was there. I remember the shows when nobody cared. Some people in front of me laughing like he isn't going nowhere. It's funny now, isn't it? This type of life isn't how I envisioned it. This type of life, it just ain't how I pictured it. I'm in the back of the tour bus trying to face to my family is different than what you think it is. Write a review, tell me what you think it is. Give me 3 stars and call me an idiot. But to be honest, it don't make a difference. I know some people don't get it, but you have now entered the therapy session. If you don't like music that's personal, I have no clue what your people are doing and might as well throw out the record. Pull up a chair, I track to my music like nobody's there. Only person I judge is the one in the mirror. And lady, he ain't doing well. I don't need y'all in my ear. I'm tired of hearing it. You calling
It's building up again. And it feels like he's setting up the rest of the album here, kind of like he did, I guess, with intro 1. I talk to my music like nobody's there. If you don't like music that's personal, I don't know what you are doing here. You have now entered a therapy session. And this is exactly what you get with NF and what I was just saying. It's a glimpse into his life and what he's been through. It is what it is. If you don't like that, then don't listen. It doesn't bother him. And I love kind of how he positions that. You know, he's telling you what you're going to get. You're getting to hear about his story. If you don't like it, and I think he says something rating him a 3 or something, then that's fine. Don't listen to any more. I'm sure it doesn't bother him in the slightest.
doing it, might as well throw out the record. I pull up a chair, I track to my music like nobody's there. Only person I judge is the one in the mirror. And lady, he ain't doing well. I don't need y'all in my ear. I'm tired of hearing it. You call it music, I call it my therapist. See people telling me I have been carrying way too much baggage, I need to take care of it. I know she's right, but man, it's embarrassing. Music has raised me more than my parents did. Take out a picture of us and I stare at it. You are my kid and you probably ain't hearing it. Show me an artist you wanna compare me with. You put us both on the track, I'ma bury him. Give me the shovel, it's about to get scarier. None of you wanted with rapper, you staring at. I see you got beats, but where are the lyrics at? And if it's the logo, you know I've been wearing that. Don't come to my show and be sitting, that's very bad. I call you out in the crowd like there he is. Thought I'd be happy, it feels like I'm cursed. It's hard to be clean when you play in the dirt. You gave me this.
You call it music, I call her my therapist. He's using music as therapy. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I love my channel so much. This is what it's about. Using music, using the lyrics, using all of that as therapy, as a way for us to come together and connect over some common ground. You know, I see you in the comments talking about your experiences and how you relate to these songs and lyrics and replying to other people and supporting them. That's why I love this so much. And he says, I see you got beats, but where the lyrics at? And I know beats are cool and beats have their place in music. But for me, it's the lyrics that connect. It's the lyrics with real meaning and real experiences and real stories behind them. You know, that's personally well, I want to hear. That's where I get the most out of music.
Like there he is. Thought I'd be happy, it feels like I'm cursed. It's hard to be clean when you play in the dirt. You gave me this place to go when I'm hurting. I thought it'd get better, but it's getting worse. And I got nobody to blame when I work. Like 24/7, I ain't been to church. And Satan keep calling me, he trying to flirt. I hang up the phone, these are more than just words. I drive on the highway and listen to mansion. I look up to God like, when did this happen? Yelling with all of my fans to wake up. I feel like I haven't. I get emotional, I didn't plan this. I'm doing things I never imagined. I'm sorry, but I gotta leave. I don't wanna be late for my therapy session.
Ooh, okay. Well, I'm not sure what he's digging there at the end. I don't really know if I want to find out. I wonder, the first thing that comes to my mind is that he's digging something for himself, like his old self is going to come to an end, and he's going to replace him with maybe a new NF, a new Nate, because he keeps talking about therapy sessions. So maybe this is about new growth, but I don't know. And I love that little nod to Wake Up that he gave in that last verse there. You know, a really, really cool track from the previous album. And he set this up really well for this album, I think. You know, this is why I love doing this as a journey, the way all these tracks build on each other, and how the albums are going to build on each other. I think the next track is called Therapy Session, so I'm really looking forward to that one. As I'm sure you can imagine, it sounds like something that's going to be highly relevant to me. Thanks for watching this. I think that's all I've got to say about this one. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.